Talk to Lupe. They get time to play, time to work. Work will I play, my picky and major contour. They get time to play, time to work. Work will I play, my picky and major contour. Oh baby, work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. Work hard, oh baby. Work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. When I'm putting in the drawers, wake up. You want cars and clothes, wake up. You want all the fancy wake up. Energy, doing my picky, you want wake up. When I'm putting in the drawers, wake up. You want cars and clothes, wake up. You want all the fancy wake up. Energy, doing my picky, you want wake up. Too late. Hope you feeling good tonight. Oh lady, when the US to Liberia, they make it to make you win. For I bet to my novia, this can start at the place. Oh baby, work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. Work hard, and I just stand. The fire will fall. If we work up your destination, follow how we fall. So, well. Sweat to increase your success, yeah. Well. How can we progress, yeah. Oh, baby, work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. Work hard, oh, baby. Work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. When I put it in the drawers, wake up. You want cars and clothes, wake up. You want all the fancy wake up. Energy, doing my picky, you want wake up. When I put it in the drawers, wake up. You want cars and clothes, wake up. You want all the fancy wake up. Energy, doing my picky, you want wake up. Black the things my eyes confess. Every day I give you praise. We only got one life to live. Brother, think and calculate. One love is all we need. I need a friend indeed. One life to my enemies. Love put them to shame. Not a time for play. Not time to walk. How I can play. Let's get to work. Keep on working. Don't mind anybody. Keep the fire burning. Cause your time is coming. See me now, let them know. You are just see your goal. One day you will make it for sure. How far when you stay got to go. Believe me, someone that will come to confuse you. Stay where you are, just do it. My life is a lesson. Now I know I need you. Oh baby, work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. Work hard, oh baby. Work, my daddy, oh. Work hard, my baby. Work, my picky, oh. I get time to play, time to work. Work will I play, my picky and major contour. I get time to play, time to work. Work will I play, my picky and major contour.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is the morning of June 22nd. Good morning. We rise to another day. I hope the sun is shining as it is on my flag back here in Liberia. But we wake up this morning. The news in our country, America, of changes in our sports life. We're talking about looking at incentives for college basketball players. This has been a talk in America for a long time. Our college basketballers in America are just as exciting as some of our professionals. Some people prefer to watch college basketball more than professional basketball, and vice versa, or both. So it has been a discussion for a while as to why college players can't get incentives, can't get some pay for the hard work they do. Some of them have parents who have issues. Some of them got to help their family survive. Some of them want something for themselves. So how do we solve all of this? So what they do, now they're looking at incentives, paying basketball players something in college for their abilities. Now the point is, how much we're going to pay them? We can't pay all of them the same, can we? So you will play the better basketball players the same as the mediocre basketball players? And these are the issues that the NCAA has to work out. Because some of these players need incentives. Some of them got to help their families. Some of them need stipends in school and legally. So if we're going to give it to them, we got to decide how to do it. But it's a good idea that the NCAA is looking at some kind of stipends for our college basketball players. They deserve something, okay? We also heard about this other footballer who's come out and say he's a gay. He's not even in the league yet, but people are praising him for coming out and saying that. Goodell, who is the head of the the pro football, has come out and supported this guy, because for a guy who hasn't even signed a contract yet to come out and say he's gay, people think that's courageous and he should deserve some kudos. So Goodell has given him that, and we wait to see how other players in the league accept him. We shall hope it's well. So these are the news in America for the time being. I caught it. Let's get back to my country, Liberia. Let's see what happened in our little broken down country. One-sided nation. Can't get straight. Shaking, 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 shaking. Let's see what will happen in Liberia. Liberia. Let's see what happens in Liberia. Okay, my topics for today are, come on, baby. Liberia's health ministry. Number 2, Sheila Jackson Lee's efforts for Liberian girls. Oh no, that's my last topic. My second topic is closing the door on Liberia's past. And my third topic is Sheila Jackson Lee's efforts for Liberian girls. Okay, let's get into my first topic. Liberia's health ministry is having some serious problems. We had COVID-19 before. They had all the things out to combat COVID-19. The same things we have for Ebola: washing your hands consistently, keeping your mask on, social distancing. These were the things that we have always been stating as standards to be kept for this disease. One of the main cure for this disease is distancing, staying apart, wearing your mask. If you haven't taken your vaccine, you know you can't be among people. Now, here we are during this whole pandemic time. Our health ministry dropped the ball. Our health minister dropped the ball. Yata or whatever it is. She dropped the ball. They're traveling all over the country with the VP, with the president, doing county tour. Nobody taking precautions. People not wearing masks. People not social distancing. Then we come again. They talk about all the parties these officials having, all the social things they're having. Nobody social distancing. People just wearing a mask under their chin if they do wear it. Talking about no disease, no Ebola can come, no COVID-19 can come to Liberia. Now they drop all the balls. The buckets that they used to have at the restaurant, at the different ministries, with water in them where when you go there, you wash your hands outside. Before you go in, you wash your hands outside. They can't find the buckets. All the buckets gone. All the equipment we had from the Ebola to help our people, all of them gone. The rest of them obsolete. Why? Because they never used it. The oxygen. People still debating whether the oxygen that was left from the Ebola crisis is still good for Liberia, because they left a whole supply of oxygen. But the people never connected it to JFK. So Ebola was about 2-3 years ago. 4. Those things been sitting now for 4 years, not being used, not hooked up to line. So we got to go back again. That's the same thing. Happens all the time. All the time we got to go back because of our derelict, our incompetence, our failures as leaders of our country. People donate these things to us. Instead of us hooking them up and maintaining them because they come free. We didn't buy them. But everybody just focus on stealing. Steal everything. How can we live like this? We can't live like this. It is not normal. It's not sensible. Now here we are again with the crisis, and we got serious health crisis. Even the regulation the health ministry putting out don't make no sense. They're telling people to cut their staff by half. They don't care whether you're essential or non-essential. They just say businesses must cut their staff by half. So you got half people not going in businesses going to lose their jobs. They're going to go home and sit down. Schools opening. But how are they going to check on the children? The children are vaccinated. The president himself don't want to get vaccine. All the leaders in the country don't want to get vaccine because the president is not getting vaccine. Now this is a country village we live in. Then when I say these things, people get mad at me. There's no regulatory agency good enough to do what the ministry want us to do. They say they're going to be going around checking in bars, in clubs, in different places to see if people wearing masks. So if people not wearing masks, what do you do? What do you do? No masks in the country. They say they were ordering masks. I hear on the radio station in Liberia, no masks in the country. They said they were going to grant to the indigenous tailors to make masks. No masks. Why is this government so incompetent? Why are our leaders in Liberia so useless? What is the problem? What is the problem? Now the issue is stay-at-home orders. She said if you go to work and you get sick, you feel sick with COVID-19, go home. Let your people at home take care of you. No hospital, no hospital beds, no oxygen. So you going home to stay with your parents or your family or your people. They got to take care of you. Your house is contaminated with COVID-19 again. So if we don't be careful, we're coming to lose a lot of Liberian people again. Are we cursed? Are we cursed? Because I want to know this thing. Something got to be wrong with us, man. Something got to be wrong. Since 1980 to today, we can't get out of this uselessness, this stealing, this incompetence, this corruption. We can't get out of it. Why? Why? I mean, it looked like our people in Liberia not learning no book. If they learn a book, it's not benefiting them. They're just learning how to steal. Just learning how to steal. And we can't go through this. We can't go through this. This is not what our country is about and for. Liberian people, what happened to you? Have you lost your zeal to live, to grow, to prosper? Are you people QAnon too? Because a lot of QAnon go to Liberia too. You're QAnon? You let us know so we can drop you up by the wayside too. Because this is insanity. Now I heard the Minister of Health on the air telling people they must find all the buckets that they used to have outside the buildings where when you come you wash your hands to go in and wash your hands to come out. All the buckets now disappear. People finished taking the buckets home. So they forgot about COVID. They thought COVID was gone. Now it's back more than ever before. Thousands of Liberians sick now. They're making rules, and half of the rules they can't enforce, telling how many people will ride in taxis. 3 people or 4 people in one taxi. You know, children can go to school, but they got to wear masks and do this. And inspectors will be going around checking people for masks. Is this a joke? What kind of structure in Liberia for us to do all these things? Go listen to the Liberian news. Listen to the people, how they throw disgruntled against this government. There's disgruntled. There's no head or tail to what these people are doing. Everything is mediocre. Everything is low down to the ground. Even their thinking, low to the ground. What's wrong? What's wrong? Something got to be wrong. What's wrong, my people? What's wrong? This can't be our plight. To just suffer needlessly because of ignorance, because of greed, because of incompetence. All people go to school, come back, the doctor this, and all of them doctor, George Weah. What kind of doctors we got in our country? What kind of educator with people who got in our country? So, what's wrong? You listen to Jerome Verde during that House session. How eloquent and clear the man is. How intelligent he sounds. Then you wonder, if these people in Liberia, what's wrong with our country? Why are we sitting down with idiots running our country? We're useless people like Carius Gray. We're useless people like Fala, Beaufort Chamber. All these kind of people, what kind of people are those? Prince Johnson, Evan Snow. What kind of people are these people? So we put them in our country to rule our country. Time and time again. And we don't have the will nor the spirit to remove these people. We don't. We got to fall down like little children again and cry to the international community. Cry to the United States of America. grovel on the ground and beg America to come save us from ourselves. It will happen time and time again because we have no patriots. It will happen time and time again because Liberian people have lost their zeal to live like men and women, to live like sovereign people, to live like a sovereign nation. We're just a part of dependent people, international community babies, beggars, just begging here and there. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Can you hear me? Can you give me? Can you gimme, 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 gimme? Oh, gimme, 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 gimme. That all just go around. Gimme, 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 can you gimme, 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 international community, gimme, 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 gimme. It can't work. It can't work. Our nation will die. It will kaput. It will perish. When your men are dead, the nation dies. Don't mind all this women liberation, all those things. Men rule the world. It behooves us to strengthen our women, to strengthen them, to breed warriors among all races and creeds in our country. But the men have always set the standard. And if we lose our men, if we lose the men of Liberia, if we lose the patriots of our nation to stupidity, to ignorance, to disease, to sicknesses, impoverishment, deceitfulness, disappointment, frustration, our country can never grow. We can never rise. Because that's not the game and aim of our Constitution. Our Constitution is to make us happy. Where you see in a doctrine, they put in the Constitution for the pursuit of happiness. The Constitution put in the book that they want to be happy. It's not no secret. It's not no implication. We gotta, the Constitution implies this. It implies that. No. The Constitution states it outright for our pursuits of happiness. So the Constitution, our founding fathers realized that if we don't seek our happiness, our country cannot grow. Our country will die. Our democracy will perish. Because it is the whole purpose of democracy to give each and every one of us the opportunity to excel. Despite help from other people, if we have the abilities to excel, to grow within the boundaries of the law. So if we got our lawmakers and our leaders not conscious of their duties, not foreseers, not forethinkers, and are just living for the time and the money and the now, our country will never grow. Our people will never find their happiness because there will be no pursuits. Because all avenues will be blocked. Or only a few people will benefit from it, like always. But if we understand what our destiny is, we will rise up to the plate and question everything and want solutions to everything and want to know why these people are not living up to their standards. If you want to lead us, if leadership is your goal and that all you care about, lead us like responsible people. Lead us like you know what you're doing. Lead us like your life depends on it, because if you don't, anything is possible. But everybody will just want to lead Liberia, and we don't have no damn leaders. You know, I was listening to the Liberian radio this morning talking about all the regulation from the head department. And the whole system is broken down. And that's what those guys were talking about. Say our health ministry will come on the air and put all the regulations and put all the rules down, and we have nobody to check on it. The system is broken down. It's broken down. Everybody doing things on their own in Liberia. They tell you you go to where you get COVID-19, no hospital, go home, lock yourself up, let your family attend to you. That's what they're telling the people now. Why? We have no hospital available. We have no beds available. We have no oxygen available. So you on your own picking, survival of the fittest. You can't hang, bye-bye. But this has been the situation since Ellen Johnson settled it down. This has been the situation. And somebody got to be blamed, man. Somebody got to be blamed. We got to put the blame on somebody. Our country can't just go down there and nobody take the blame. And everybody just getting rich. Everybody just living good life. And our country just going down. And our poor people just dying. Our health system is non-existent. Something wrong with our country. I heard a guy coming from Rhode Island die at the airport because they had no bed. He had to sleep on the floor. When they did find a bed, the man had probably contracted pneumonia or something. People can't even go to Liberia and hope to come back alive. You get paper cut. The paper cut you. You got alcohol from America, you will die. Because everything in Liberia Chinese. And you know, Chinese alcohol, you got to use full bottle just to clean one soul. Come on, man. We can do better than this. Our leaders can do better than this for Liberian people. Why we got to keep dying? Because of the failures of our leaders. Why we got to keep dying? Because of the failures of our society. And look at all the educated people sitting in Liberia. But how many of them really care for Liberia? How many of them really able to stand up for our country? Few and far in between. And we sit every day and watch our country die. Watch our people die. Watch what we have just go down, down, down. And Ellen sitting now in Liberia, riding all around. Or 3 children making money over hands over heels in Liberia. Why are these people just making money and our country dying? Why are these people leading us forever? In government or not, they own every business that's successful. They own our government with the money. Why these people got to take over our society? That's a problem. Why a few hands of people got to take over our society? That's a problem. Why? We've been through this thing for too long. Change Liberia. We need competent people. We need people that will keep their eyes on the tiger, on the prize. You can't have health minister. You know this is a pandemic. We're not under the pandemic, especially in Africa. Then you're not monitoring the health of the country. You see these people traveling all over the country, say they're doing country tour. No mask, no social distancing, no help and precautions. You know, and we're not even under the woods. Then besides that, you see the Indian dying. You see, they were like us. They thought the COVID couldn't go there. They dropped their guards. Then COVID came. It's killing them. What made you think it will not come to us? What made you think it will not come to Africa? Everything got its season. This disease not going away soon. This virus. You see the things keep mutating, changing form. Now we don't know what form will hit us because right now they're looking at the Delta virus from India. So what will be all about the virus? Because we got to have our own. Our own just come from nastiness and it'll be incurable. So you better take care of our society, man. You got to be proactive, not reactive. You're a health minister. You know we're in a pandemic. You know we are an impoverished country. Why you let all the buckets, the people stole all the buckets. Now the minister go on the air talking about people must find all the buckets they had in front of the ministry for people to wash their hands. Why they gotta steal it? Why everything just gotta be stolen? And the ministry can't account for it. Our people are incompetent. And because of their incompetence, we lose money. And because we lose money, we are eternal beggars. We don't check on people. We don't make people pay for the things that damage. Now the minister's supposed to pay for the buckets. I should be running the health ministry and should know the buckets are essential during a pandemic for our poor people to wash their hands. Then you'll stop the whole process. Let the people steal the buckets. Forget about COVID-19, traveling all over the country, all the leaders having parties every night, packed. Let me get into my second topic. Because all of this relates to my second topic, the closing of the door on Liberia's past. We are still living in our past. This is our present, but it is also our past. Because we can't get it right. We can't get it right. And we can't get it right. It would not be right for us. We keep breeding these rogues and supporting them and telling them that, okay, yeah, you're doing well. They're not doing well. They're destroying our country. Our people have died in the past 30, 40 years. We have lost a whole nation. Between the war, between the Ebola, between the killings. Look at in Liberia, 300 plus massacres. What kind of country is that? And we just hearing it. How they just pick up a whole tribe and threw them in the river and watch them die. 300 plus massacres in Liberia. Our country is reeling from blood, man. Our people are crying in their graves to change our country. Because instead of getting better with all the lives they lost, we're not getting better. We're going backwards. We're going backwards. It's not good for our country. It's not good for our country. We have suffered for too long with the same warlords, with Eddie Johnson, Salif and her crew and her children, and they're still perpetuating all our country. And I can't keep quiet. I can't say, oh, though my relatives, I will keep quiet. No, it's not right. Somebody got to pay. Somebody got to account. Somebody got to be responsible for all the things we've been through to this day. And people just walking around free. Nobody accountable. People telling us they can start war, kill 200 people, mismanage our country. Diseases come, they steal all the money, everything doing, every money disappear, and nobody is held accountable. We got to go to America, to beg America to come hold our rogues responsible. And these people serving our government like loyal patriots of our country when they are murderers and killers and bamboozled bastards. Why? Why I gotta sit here crying for my country Mwah could be in Liberia directing things and punishing people. Why? It's not right. It's not normal. It's not sensible. We got most of our people in the diaspora. But even with that, our people are too young and immature. They need to learn. And they don't want to sit to learn. They want to come and act like they know. And when they fail because when you take the ball and run and you think you know something and everybody sit back and say, well, let's watch him. When you fail, there will be nobody else there to pick up the ball. You'll be going by yourself. And this is the problem with our young children. Because you get degree don't make you nothing. With our experience, with our knowledge of the job. Because you graduate with PhD and HIT, you think you're man, woman? No. Certain things you got to learn. Certain things you got to experience. And if you don't know that and you think your education will set you through, you'll suffer. You'll suffer the hard way. Because your education is not to elevate you above society. It's to help you raise society with you. So if you get your education and you want to elevate yourself above society, you will fail. Because your education is for you to come down to the people and raise the people up with you. How many educated people we got? How many smart people we got? We don't have too many people. But everybody want to be king and queen and big shot and know it all. We can't build our country. We can't build our country. I was just talking to one of my boys in Switzerland right now. He's getting his doctorate degree. And he was telling me, he said, Brother Chesson, I have a different idea, man. We got to start from our country. We got to know everything that in our country. We got to understand everything that in our country. We got to know every leaf, every bug, every notch, every kernel, every crack in our country. We got to know it. We know America more than we know our country. And that's not right. That's not right. Because we do not have interest in our country, we cannot breed the scientists and the doctors we need in our tropical country. We can't. We can't. Because everything we focus on is foreign to us. And even though we have our own traditional means, we have not studied how to augment our traditional treatments and medication to the point where we have scientists and doctors who will understand how to utilize our plants and our medication and to refine them for injecting it into our bodies and things like that. But everything we do is based on Western knowledge, Western evaluation, Western connotation. And that was some of the things we're talking about now. How do we change our country? How do we breed Liberian who will be patriot to Liberia and want to see things in our country change for the better? We want to know everything that is in our country for the better. Where we have our dictionaries, our libraries, and everything, with everything in our country listed, known. All the aliens in our country, we know what they're learning, where they're learning. Don't think they're not learning. Don't think it's joke. It's not joke. It's not joke. But if we don't know the secrets of our land, we don't know the secrets of Liberia, and we're still inviting foreigners to come to our land and build our land for us, we have a serious, serious, serious problem. A serious, serious future problem. And it will be worse than what we're facing now. Because all of this we're facing because of our own negligence, because of our own short-sightedness, because of our own inability to stand up for ourselves, to understand our own strengths and abilities, to understand our weaknesses. Because if you don't know your strengths and weaknesses, you don't know yourself. You don't know yourself. So when you know your weakness, you don't go try it and fail. No, you know you can't do it. You know, hey, I can't do that. Let's find a guy who can do that. I can do this, and this. Let me handle this. But you can't do it. You keep saying, let me try. It ain't working. And we could be finding somebody else who could do it. But you keep wanting to try. It can't work. We got to find the brains. Maybe that one brain can't do it. Maybe you need to add another brain to it so they can work in concert. Not everybody that come to help us is our enemies. Not everybody that say we can do it together is trying to deceive us. So to close the door on our path, we got to know what is necessary. We got to know what we must do to end our own sufferings and pains. And we don't know it, we don't do it, our country will remain stagnant. And you got to take your hat off to Costa and all these people that are fighting for war crimes court. Because we don't have the abilities to get up on our own and do it. For time immemorial, I've been encouraging my people, we can do it. We don't need foreigners. We can rise up, prosecute our criminals and jail them. But everybody's still scared of the people. We still divided so bad on tribal lines. We just argue or stupidness all the time. So we're not prepared to change it for ourselves. That's why I changed my mind. I said, no, because I'm the only one calling out there for us to do it for ourselves. Everybody is saying war crimes court. So I can't be out there by myself. I got to join the party and let call for war crimes court now. Now if somebody got our attention, we can't stop. We got to make lists. We got to see what we can do for our young ladies. We got to see what we can do for our young men. Because first we should be worried about our women, now we're more worried about men. Because of the new lifestyle George Weah then brought in our country. So, yeah, we are again trying to close the door on our past. Trying to hold the people accountable that were and still are the criminal and wicked elements in our society. We hear that there will be 75 sanctions coming out. I hope Ellen Johnson's children and herself are on that sanction. This woman can't escape. There's no way Ellen Johnson's salary should escape her punishment. Neither her children. These people can't just bring harm to us and go. Am I the only one going to be talking out? Am I the only one? It can't be. It can't be. We have many. Although they say few are chosen, but the few are chosen got to make the other people know the truth and rise up. We can't keep quiet. We can't keep silent and sit back and say we're waiting for 2023. You hear Costa and them talking. Things can be changed in our country. They come and hold people accountable seriously. We need to pay attention to Liberia and what is happening in our country. We need to rise up, listen to the news, listen to the situation in our country, be more attentive to the needs of our people. We got 6,000 Liberians in America here who need help, who have no work permits, who have no means of assistance. They can't go to the hospital. They can't get anything because they have no documents in this country. Where are they? Who are they? What is the EULA or these organizations doing for our people here? We cannot concentrate on Liberia alone. We got people here suffering too, who could be productive citizens in Liberia, wholesome functioning people. Why are we backwards, home and here? Why have all our organizations just broken down? And we say we want to close this past, the books on what past. I hope we can do it. Because the challenges are too much. And the warriors are limited. The warriors are limited. And the time for the people is now. If we want to change our country, everybody speaking up. Everybody ready to stand up for change. Everybody tired of the BS. So are we going to stand up together? Are we going to rise up and say we want a closure to our past? We want a closure to the coups, to the killings, to the diseases, to the deaths. We want a closure to our past. We have lost too many Liberians in vain. This is the time for our society to get enlightened. This is our time to learn, our time to grow, our time to look at our society and say we can do better. We can do better. We are the masters of our own fate. We are the leaders of our own destiny. If we don't take it up and do it, nobody will do it for us. They can kill our leaders all they want. When we have that zeal within us, it will never stop us. That's why we don't need one leader or two leaders. No, we need our society to rise up. We need our whole community to rise up, enabled and strong to speak, to stand, to work, and to play. So let me go to my last topic. We got to close the past. We can't have this book of coup d'etat and civil war and unrest and stupidity and ignorance chasing us. It's time to close that book. We got to get leaders now that will lead us in honesty, in truthfulness, in trustworthiness, that will show us that everything is not just money. It's our minds. With our minds, all things are possible. That way we believe in God. That way we call on our God. Our mind is the key to everything. And we understand. And we understand how significant it is to grow our minds, to open our mind's eyes. The eyes right here. When you open it, then it comes here. But you got to open your mind's eyes to see the third eye, to see the views of the third eye. If you don't, you can't do nothing. You just see with this eye, and this eye enough, not enough. Because everybody don't see with this eye. They see with this eye. And you got to build your brains. You got to build your capabilities, your abilities to do your own thing. So let me deal with my last topic now. We see that after this congressional meeting yesterday, where Sheila Jackson Lee, Congressman Smith, Verdier, Yacinda Martin Poye, and one or two other people were on, professionals talking about Liberia's situation. We see how bad our situation is. It's so terrible now that the Congress of the United States of America, because of all of us, is taking the case up. Not because of one person. It's because of all of us. They got to take the case up. Because we can't be crying and yelling and things and they just ignoring us and the crimes just going on. We are then just getting millions and millions of dollars and we can't account for it. And all the guys just running around doing what they want to do. And our people just dying and enslaved. It can't go on. It can't go on. So now that members of Congress have met and come to the conclusion that something must be done for Liberia, that there must be accountability and responsibility in Liberia. And with people like Verdier, Yacinda, and Costa, all of us pushing this thing, Somebody got to listen to us. Somebody can't just, every time you put on the TV, you see Liberian people crying. Oh, this is bad. Somebody got to listen to us. Because the more we holler, the more the noise get bigger. And they say, oh, those niggas from Africa making too much noise, man. Those Liberian people, who are those Liberian people? They got to pay attention to us. They got to. Now they are sat down to pay attention to us. Sheila Jackson Lee, Congresswoman from Texas, has decided to spearhead the efforts for women in Liberia who've been abused, who've been misused, who've been beaten and hurt by any male in Liberia, including George Weah. She had called Costa and told Costa that. Now, Costa sooner or later got to pass that number around so we can pass it to all of y'all. So all the women in our community who got complaints against these bamboozled, useless people can sue and call Sheila Jackson Lee. Now put the list down. Let them fix that sanction list. We hear 75 already. Costa was calling some of the names. Say all our boys them on it, boy. All of them on it. All of them on it. But we got to do it. If we don't do it, our country will not change. If we don't do it, our country will continue to die. There's no reason for our health system to be so depleted. There's no reason for there to be so much dirt and slump in Monrovia. There's no reason. Our people are not motivated because our government is not motivated. Our government has no understanding of leadership or what's good for Liberia and Liberian people. Everybody there for themselves. And if these Congress people of America are standing up now and telling us, give us a list, call us, we'll stand up for you. We got to take advantage of that. Liberian women, y'all get on the Costa show, get that number. If we get it, we'll post it here too. Everybody got to get involved. We want as many hurt people in Liberia to call women. You people got to get up and talk. You're not let picking no more. You're grown women. You got to take your destinies in your hands and get up. Call Costa. When I get the number, I will put it up so you don't know who to call. Let's get these people out of our government. Let's get these people in jail. Let's get these people punished. The time of the true Liberian people revolution is now. Aluta continua. Rise, my people. Rise, my people. Rise. We can't suffer in this evil situation no more. We can't suffer in this slave-infested, disease-ridden situation no more. We are Liberian people. We are God's people. We are Christians. We are Muslims. We are atheists. We are whatever it is. Let's rise up to our gods. Let's put Liberia first in everything we do. In every God we serve. Let's rise. Liberia for us. You don't have to be Christians. You don't have to be Muslim. Just love your neighbor as yourself. That's all we ask. Love your neighbor as yourself. Things you don't want me to do to you, don't do it to me. You know you don't want me to kill you, don't kill me. You don't want me to eat you, don't eat me. You don't want me to do you harm, don't do me harm. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. That's the only law. You can worship your gods. But that's the law we abide by. That's the only way we can live in peace. When we respect each other. Not because of religion, not because of education, not because of anything else, but because you're a human being. Because you're a human being. We got to respect each other. And for those who don't understand what respect means, we got to teach them. We got to teach them. But we got to do it collectively. We got to do it as a people and as a nation. We can't do it individually. We can't say the Bassa people must do it or the Nima people or the Congo people. No, we all got to learn etiquette. That's what they call etiquette. Manners. Learn manners. We lost those manners. Hello, goodbye. How you doing? Morning, ma. Morning, pa. Can I help you? We want to cross the street. Those are the things that make us a wholesome, functioning society. Now my class is done. I want to thank Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee for offering this offer for Liberian girls who need help. We need to keep that list going. All the evil people in our list, in our country, we need to list them. We need to list them. We got to overhaul Liberia. I told you, we need a total overhauling of our country. Our country is inherently corrupt. It's inherently dirty and wicked. It's inherently gone astray. And we got to reel it back in and put our country on the right course. And we need real men and women to do it. Because it will not be easy. We have challenges. And we need men and women who are not scared, who believe in God, and are willing to stand up to evil for the sake of good. The time of the true Liberian people's revolution is now. Aluta! Continua. Have a good day. My class is done. Let me just see how I can take you out with entertainment here and there, Let me get it on. Yes. Because we got to treasure what is ours. We got to understand that what is ours, we got to take care of it with responsibility. Liberia is our only home. Liberia is our only home. We cannot sit and watch Liberia die. Liberia is our home. Liberia is our home. The only home we know. Let's fight to bring it back. Take it from the rocks. Take it from the thieves. Let us punish them. Liberia is our home. Liberia is our home. All you patriots rise. The time has come to end the massive stealing of our wealth. Rise, oh patriots. Rise, my patriots. Time to get our nation back.